Most mornings, people wake up in a rush. The alarm rings, the phone is checked, worries from yesterday rush back, and before even leaving the bed, the mind is already full of stress. This autopilot morning sets the tone for the entire day. Instead of feeling inspired, people carry anxiety. Instead of clarity, they start with chaos. Instead of peace, they begin with pressure. But what if the first minutes of your day could be completely different? What if, instead of repeating the same cycle of stress, you could reprogram your mind every morning to feel strong, clear, and focused? What if those few minutes after waking became the most powerful moments of your life? This is what daily mindset rituals are about. Small, simple practices that shift your energy from chaos to clarity, from fear to confidence, from doubt to empowerment. They are the bridge between who you were yesterday and who you choose to be today. And here is the truth. The way you start your day shapes the way you live your life. Neuroscience shows that when you first wake up, your brain is in a highly receptive state. The subconscious is open, ready to absorb new patterns. If you fill this moment with fear, the rest of the day echoes with fear. But if you fill it with clarity, gratitude, and intention, the rest of the day follows that vibration. Great masters have always known the power of the morning. Joseph Murphy spoke about planting seeds in the subconscious mind. He said that what you impress upon the subconscious becomes your reality. The morning is fertile soil. Carl Jung reminded us that the first step to transformation is bringing unconscious patterns into awareness. Morning rituals create that awareness before old habits take over. Louise Hay taught that affirmations of love and gratitude reshape the body and mind. Imagine starting your day by affirming peace instead of panic. The Buddha spoke about mindfulness as the path to freedom. The first breath of the morning is the perfect moment to choose mindfulness, and this is why we connect daily mindset rituals with the promise to attract the life you deserve. Because each morning is a new chance to program your mind, not for stress, but for abundance. Not for fear, but for freedom. Not for survival, but for creation. Imagine 2 different mornings. In the first, a person wakes up, grabs the phone, scrolls through social media, feels envy, stress, and worry. Their body tightens, their energy drops, and the entire day continues in that same vibration. In the second, a person wakes up, sits quietly, breathes deeply, and repeats a few powerful phrases of gratitude and intention. Their body relaxes, their energy rises, and the day unfolds with more clarity. The difference between the 2 lives is not luck. It is choice. It is ritual. And here is the miracle. It only takes a few minutes. You do not need hours of meditation or complex routines. Just a few minutes of focused practice can reset your mind, calm your body, and open your heart. These rituals are not about forcing positivity. They are about using the power of the mind to release negative patterns and replace them with empowering ones. Stress, fear, and self-sabotage are the silent thieves of life. They steal energy, joy, and opportunities. But daily rituals are the antidote. With them, you take back control. You tell your mind, I choose clarity. I choose peace. I choose strength. And this is where attraction comes in. When your mornings shift, your energy shifts. When your energy shifts, your reality begins to reflect it. The life you deserve is not something far away. It is waiting on the other side of your morning habits. So in this video, we will explore the science and spirituality of daily rituals, the exact practices that can reprogram your mornings, and real-life examples of how they transform relationships, health, and work. You will see that you already have the power to attract the life you deserve. All it takes is 5 minutes of intention at the start of your day. As you listen, I invite you not only to imagine, but to practice. And if at any moment something resonates with you, take a moment to write it down or even share it as a comment. By expressing what you feel, you reinforce it in your subconscious. Your words become part of your manifestation. This is the power of daily mindset rituals. This is how you start your day empowered. And this is how you attract the life you deserve. The morning is not just the beginning of a new day. It is the foundation upon which everything else is built. Imagine building a house. If the foundation is weak, the walls crack, the roof leaks, and the entire structure is unstable. But if the foundation is strong, the house can endure storms. Your morning is that foundation. Science has shown that in the moments after waking, the brain is in a state known as theta and alpha brain waves. These are the same states people enter during deep meditation and hypnosis. They are the gateway to the subconscious mind. In this window of time, your thoughts are not just thoughts. They are instructions to your subconscious. They are blueprints for the day you are about to live. If the first instruction you give your mind is stress, your body floods with cortisol, and you begin to repeat the same cycles of fear and worry. But if the first instruction is calm, gratitude, and clarity, your body releases hormones like dopamine and serotonin, creating a state of peace and focus. The mind and body align, and this alignment echoes throughout the day. This is why Joseph Murphy said, "The subconscious mind is like a fertile garden. Whatever you plant there grows. The morning is the moment when the soil of your mind is most open. Every thought, every intention, every word is a seed. And seeds grow into experiences." Carl Jung reminded us that most of our life is driven by unconscious patterns. He said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." The morning ritual is the act of making the unconscious conscious. It is pausing before the old patterns take over. It is shining light into the shadows of the mind. Louise Hay taught that affirmations are not just words. They are vibrations that reprogram the cells of the body. She used to say, "Every thought we think is creating our future." Imagine starting your day by telling your body, "I am safe, I am loved, I'm capable." These are not just affirmations. They are instructions. They are medicine for the soul. Buddha emphasized mindfulness as the path to freedom. He said that the mind is everything. What you think, you become. In the silence of the morning, mindfulness is easier. The world is still quiet. The energy of the day has not yet crowded your thoughts. In that silence, you can choose awareness instead of distraction. Dr. Ihaliakala Hew Len, who brought Ho'oponopono to the modern world, reminded us that repetition of simple words, "I am sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you," has the power to cleanse not only our personal consciousness, but the collective as well. Imagine beginning each morning by cleansing the memories that weigh you down. Each day becomes a new slate, a new creation. Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha, taught that the mind is like a mirror. If it is covered with dust, you cannot see clearly. But when you clean the mirror, reality becomes clear. The morning is your chance to clean the mirror of the mind so that you can see yourself and your life without distortion. Modern science confirms what the masters have always said. The brain is plastic. Neuroplasticity means that your thoughts create new neural pathways. And those pathways become habits, emotions, and behaviors. Each morning, you have a chance to carve a new path in your brain. If you repeat the same stress, you carve the same path of anxiety. But if you repeat gratitude, focus, and peace, you carve new paths of strength and resilience. Think of two rivers. The first is deep and familiar. It has carried the water of your thoughts for years. This is the path of old habits. The second is new, shallow, and not yet fully formed. This is the path of transformation. Each morning, your thoughts are drops of water. Where will you send them? If you send them into the old river, it grows stronger. But if you send them into the new river, slowly it becomes deeper and stronger until it is the natural flow of your life. This is why mornings are sacred. They are not just routines. They are rituals. A routine is something you do automatically. A ritual is something you do with awareness, intention, and presence. Drinking coffee can be a routine, but drinking coffee while silently affirming gratitude for the day can be a ritual. The difference is consciousness, and here is the secret. You do not need to change your entire life to change your mornings. You just need to change the energy with which you approach them. Even the smallest shift, one deep breath, one phrase of gratitude, One moment of silence can alter the vibration of the entire day. Let us imagine again. In one home, a man wakes up, checks his emails, and immediately feels overwhelmed by tasks. His chest tightens, and he carries that weight into every conversation. In another home, a woman wakes up, places her hand on her heart, takes 3 deep breaths and whispers, "Thank you for this day." Her body relaxes, her energy opens, and she carries that lightness into everything she does. Same world, different mornings, different realities. This is why morning rituals are powerful. They do not just prepare you for the day. They create the day. They attract experiences, people, and opportunities aligned with the energy you begin with. They are not just about productivity. They are about creation. They are about attracting the life you deserve. The power of the morning is the power of the mind. It is the power to stop repeating yesterday and to choose a new today. It is the power to decide that your mornings are no longer ruled by chaos, but by clarity. That your life is no longer defined by fear, but by freedom. This is the invitation to see each morning as a sacred doorway, to step through it consciously, to plant seeds of gratitude, peace, and intention, to reprogram your mind not for survival, but for creation. And as you begin to do this, something extraordinary happens. The outer world shifts, relationships become smoother, work becomes lighter, health improves, because the inner world has changed, and everything begins within. Now that we understand why mornings are so powerful, let us explore the practical side, the rituals themselves. These are not complicated, and you do not need hours. Even 5 to 15 minutes can transform the energy of your entire day. What matters is not the length, but the intention. Each ritual is like a key, unlocking the power of your mind to create clarity, focus, and peace. The first ritual is simple: conscious breathing. When you wake up, before touching your phone, sit up in bed, or place your feet on the ground. Close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. Inhale slowly, filling your lungs, and exhale fully, releasing tension. This act signals to your body, "I am here, I am safe, I am awake." Science shows that deep breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, calming the body and lowering stress hormones. Spiritually, it anchors you in the present moment. Imagine a mother waking up overwhelmed with tasks. Instead of rushing, she places her hand on her chest and breathes deeply 3 times. In those few seconds, her body relaxes. Her children notice her calm energy, and the entire home feels lighter. This is the power of one breath. It sets the tone for everything that follows. The second ritual is gratitude. Louise Hay taught that gratitude is the fastest way to shift your energy. As soon as you wake up, say out loud or silently, "Thank you for this day. Thank you for my breath. Thank you for the chance to live again." Gratitude is not about ignoring challenges. It is about focusing on what is present and valuable. Neuroscience confirms that gratitude practices rewire the brain, creating more resilience and optimism. Imagine a man who feels trapped in debt and stress. Each morning, he decides to say 3 things he is grateful for: his health, his family, and the sunlight through the window. Slowly, his focus shifts from lack to abundance. Opportunities seem to appear. His energy attracts solutions. Gratitude is not magic, it is alignment. The third ritual is visualization. Joseph Murphy and Neville Goddard both taught that imagination is the workshop of the mind. Close your eyes and see yourself moving through the day with calm and confidence. Picture yourself in meetings, speaking with clarity, or with your family, showing patience and love. The key is not only to see, but to feel. Feel the confidence, the peace, the gratitude, as if it were real now. The brain does not distinguish between real and vividly imagined experiences. Visualization plants seeds in the subconscious. Picture a young student who struggles with anxiety before exams. Each morning, she visualizes herself sitting calmly, writing answers with focus, finishing with confidence. Over time, her real-life performance matches her mental rehearsal. This is how athletes, leaders, and spiritual practitioners all use visualization to attract outcomes. The fourth ritual is writing. Take a notebook and write 1 or 2 intentions for the day. It can be as simple as, today I choose patience, today I focus on gratitude, today I listen with love. Writing makes the intangible tangible. It moves thoughts from the invisible mind into visible form. Jung spoke of the importance of bringing the unconscious to light. Writing is one way to do this every morning. Imagine a professional who feels overwhelmed with projects. Each morning he writes, I choose clarity. Whenever stress rises, he remembers the intention he wrote. That single word becomes his anchor. The 5th ritual is silence. In a noisy world, silence is rare. Yet silence is where the soul speaks. Spend even 1 minute sitting in stillness. No phone, no distraction, just being. Buddha taught that mindfulness begins with simply observing. In silence, you observe your thoughts. You realize you are not your worries, not your stress, not your fears. You are the awareness behind them. Imagine a woman who has suffered loss. Each morning, she sits in silence for a few moments. Tears may come, but so does peace. Over time, silence becomes her sanctuary, her place of healing. You do not need to do all of these rituals every morning. Choose 2 or 3 that resonate. One day it might be breathing and gratitude. Another day it might be writing and silence. The key is consistency. Even 5 minutes of ritual is better than 1 hour of distraction. Think of rituals as tuning an instrument. Each morning, you tune your mind and body to the frequency you want. If you skip tuning, the day plays out of harmony. But if you tune, the music of your life is clear and aligned. The beauty of these rituals is that they extend far beyond the morning. A calm breath in the morning helps you breathe through stress at work. A gratitude phrase at sunrise echoes in your heart when challenges appear. A visualization of confidence empowers you in real conversations. These are not just morning practices. They are life practices. They are reminders of who you truly are. Not a victim of chaos, but a creator of clarity. Not a prisoner of fear, but a channel of peace. By practicing these daily mindset rituals, you do not just start your day empowered, you reshape your entire reality. You plant seeds of peace that grow into relationships. You plant seeds of gratitude that grow into abundance. You plant seeds of silence that grow into wisdom. And slowly, almost without noticing, you begin to attract the life you deserve. Not by forcing, but by aligning. Not by chasing, but by allowing. Because the morning is no longer random. It is sacred. Morning rituals are not just abstract concepts. They are tools that can transform very specific parts of your life. When you begin the day with clarity and intention, every area of your life feels the impact. Family, work, health, and relationships all respond to the energy you bring from the very start of the morning. Think about family life. Many homes begin the day in a rush. Parents are stressed, children feel the tension, and mornings become chaotic. But imagine if, before waking the kids or checking schedules, a parent took 3 deep breaths and whispered a word of gratitude. That calmness changes the tone of breakfast, of conversations, of the entire family dynamic. Children learn not only from what we say, but from the energy we carry. A calm parent teaches calmness without a single word. This is how a small morning ritual can reshape family harmony. Now consider work. Most people begin their workday already drained because they carry stress from the moment they open their eyes. But picture an employee who starts with visualization. Before opening emails, she spends 5 minutes seeing herself handling tasks with clarity, speaking with confidence, and moving through meetings with focus. When challenges come, she reacts differently. Instead of being overwhelmed, she remembers the image she created that morning. Colleagues notice her calm presence. Opportunities come her way because people trust her stability. This is not luck. It is the fruit of a simple morning ritual. Health is another area deeply affected. Stress at the start of the day weakens the immune system, raises blood pressure, and drains energy. But rituals of breathing, gratitude, and silence have the opposite effect. They lower stress hormones and activate healing systems in the body. Imagine someone with chronic pain. Each morning he begins with a few minutes of mindful breathing, saying to himself, "My body is healing, my body is strong, my body is capable." Over time, his perception of pain changes. His body begins to respond differently. Healing is not only physical, it is mental and emotional. The morning becomes his daily medicine. Relationships also transform. We often carry yesterday's arguments or disappointments into a new day, but morning rituals are a chance to reset. A person might wake up feeling resentment, but instead of holding on to it, they spend a few minutes repeating, "I release the past. I open to love. I am ready to forgive." That energy flows into interactions with partners, friends, or colleagues. Conflicts become lighter, communication softer, and love easier to express. This is why the great masters all emphasize daily practice. Joseph Murphy taught that every morning is an opportunity to plant seeds of new thoughts. If you want better relationships, plant seeds of forgiveness. If you want health, plant seeds of healing affirmations. Carl Jung reminded us that rituals bring the unconscious into awareness. Without awareness, we repeat old patterns. With awareness, we choose new ones. Louise Hay showed us that affirmations of self-love and gratitude in the morning can transform not only the mind, but also the body. The Buddha taught mindfulness as the art of being present in each moment. A mindful morning leads to a mindful life. Dr. Hew Len showed us through Ho'oponopono that repeating words of forgiveness and love in the morning cleanses both personal and collective memory. Imagine someone struggling with self-sabotage. Every time opportunities come, they find a way to block themselves. A morning ritual of writing one intention, "Today I choose confidence," slowly changes that pattern. Each day, the subconscious absorbs a new instruction. Over weeks, their behavior shifts. They no longer sabotage, but step into opportunities with trust. Another example, a person facing fear of public speaking. Each morning, they visualize themselves speaking with calmness and connection. With time, this imagined state becomes reality. The morning is where transformation begins because it is the only moment of the day fully in your control. You cannot change what happened yesterday, and you cannot predict what will happen later. But the morning is yours. It is a sacred doorway. Every time you step through with intention, you invite clarity, peace, and empowerment into the rest of your day. When you apply these rituals in real life, you will notice the ripple effect. Family mornings become gentler. Work feels more focused. Health grows stronger. Relationships deepen. This is the promise. By starting your day empowered, you attract the life you deserve. Not someday in the future, but one morning at a time. Every day, the way you wake up writes the first lines of your story. You can wake up in stress, already repeating yesterday's patterns, or you can wake up in clarity, choosing a new path. This is the gift of daily mindset rituals. They remind you that you are not a victim of circumstance, but a creator of reality. Think about how powerful this is. Just a few minutes of breathing, gratitude, visualization, writing, or silence can shift your entire energy. And when your energy shifts, your life shifts. Opportunities appear, relationships soften, health strengthens, and clarity grows. You begin to live not in reaction to life, but in creation of it. The masters all pointed to this truth. Joseph Murphy showed us that the subconscious is a garden, and mornings are the perfect time to plant seeds. Jung reminded us that the patterns we are not aware of will control us, but with rituals we bring them into the light. Louise Hay encouraged us to start every day with affirmations of self-love. Buddha taught that what you think you become, and the first thoughts of the day shape who you are becoming. Dr. Hew Len reminded us that cleansing memories with love opens a new path every morning. This is not theory, it is practice. The life you deserve is not something distant. It is here, waiting for you each morning in the first breath you take, in the first thought you choose, in the first word you speak. Each day is a chance to reset, to begin again, to live aligned with your highest self. And here is something beautiful. When you share your intentions, when you write them down, or even leave them as a comment, you reinforce them in your subconscious. Your brain registers that as an action, as a small manifestation. By expressing what you want, you give it form. So I invite you now, take a moment and declare how you want to start your day. Write a word, a phrase, an intention. That act of expression is the first step in making it real. Remember this, mornings are sacred. They are your doorway to transformation. They are your opportunity to step out of the cycles of fear and into the power of creation. Each day, you have the choice to start not in chaos, but in clarity. Not in fear, but in freedom. Not in doubt, but in empowerment. So tomorrow, when you wake up, do not rush into the noise. Breathe, say thank you, visualize, write one intention. Sit in silence for a moment. These small rituals are not small at all. They are miracles in motion. They are how you start your day empowered, and they are how you attract the life you truly deserve.